Okay, it's coop time. I now have to build a coop for my neighbor and for a couple of people from church. I'm trying to build a small portable coop. So I'm starting on the first one, the prototype, right now, and trying to make it real expertly. So let's see what happens. Can't wait to see how it turns out at the end. We'll find out. Okay, I finished the first coop. This coop is going to fit inside of a larger enclosure, so it doesn't have to be a very big coop. It's just a coop that would be big enough to protect 4 hens during the nighttime from any critters getting them. This coop has a front door opening, and I also made the lid with the roof so that it's on hinges so you can get down inside of it. It's got the nest boxes, which I made some more of that I showed you earlier. Hen go down in there. I'm going to put a small piece of wood in here to help keep the bedding in. But that's it. That's the one that I made for my neighbor. Should work just fine.
Here's yet another chicken tractor. This one's the same idea as my last one, just an A-frame. This one measures 8 feet by 6 feet, and it's probably going to have about a 3 by 6 coop raised. This one's for my sister. She saw I had chickens. She kind of liked the idea, so she wants some herself. She's going to have 5 hens and no roosters. Probably a good idea because roosters get kind of annoying after a while. So same idea, it's 9 square feet on the ground for each hen, and then 3 square feet in the coop. So now that I said that, I'll check my math and find out that I'm wrong. Alright, take another video in probably an hour. Keep you guys updated. We're at a midpoint in framing right now. Everything but the door is framed. The floor right there is 4x4, so 16 divided by 3, you know, good, big enough for 5 chickens. The ground space is 6x8. 9 square feet is big enough for 5 chickens. And being that I guess every 4 chickens need 1 nesting box, this is big enough for 2. I might even just leave it open in the middle, just so I mean, I don't think they're really going to compete for it. There won't be a problem. For the entrance, I'm going to take a big piece of plywood, and this whole side, I'm going to hinge right to the top there. This whole side is going to flip up for clean out. Should make it pretty easier. You'd have to make sure the chickens are out of the coop though. Hopefully she'll like it. Keep you guys updated on it. Thanks. Just a quick video to wrap it up. Before I load it up, I take it over to my sister's house. Here's the front door. Connect those 2 hinges. All that was a screen window. I put the hardware cloth on the back of. For clean out, this whole wall here opens up. As you can see in there. Nesting boxes. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.
Okay, I just wanted to spend a couple of minutes showing you around the finished chicken tractor. It is complete, and I've been running it for about 6 months now. There's a few new hens in there and they're still sorting out their pecking order, so there's a bit of chasing going on. I found it to be quite successful. One big problem though, it's really heavy. It's quite large. We're dealing with about 3.5 metres by about 2.5 metres, and it's all framing timber, but it is really quite heavy. You might remember from the previous video, all of my timber was just collected from the local rubbish dump. The local rubbish dump sells anything that's worth having quite cheap, so all this timber is recycled. It's just from old construction projects, I suppose, that have all been abandoned. I'll show you how everything works anyway. I've got a door around this side here, which is just latched, opens up. The girls are pretty friendly, they come and say hello. Sorry, I just have to get them all back in. So the door, sorry about that. Door opens, allows me in. I've got one feeder suspended there. I've got hay in the bottom. Got watering container just here. And another feeder that I made myself. I decided I didn't really want to buy them anymore. So this is just a 100mm PVC poly pipe with a bunch of holes drilled in the top and 2 caps on the end and suspended just to stop it rolling, because obviously it is spherical. And the holes drilled in the top to allow the girls to eat out of it. Really quite successful, they love it. Then we've got the indoor area here. Sorry, I'll just zoom out. It's raised up by, it's about 400 off the ground. A sloping iron roof. Around the back, I'll show you inside there in a minute. Around the back, just got another door which I use for collecting the eggs. Quite simple. Also just undo the latches and this drops open and I can get in there and collect the eggs and whatnot. What I haven't shown you is around here. I do have a door so that the girls can go inside at night and lock them in, particularly in winter. So that just functions. I've just got a rope here which pulls it up and down. Just achieved by routing a small hole, or a small groove I guess, in the timber that frames that door. So pull the rope and I just hook it here on a nail and that keeps the door open. During winter I can close them in there that way. Now also, the roof is hinged, so got a bit of fighting going on again in there. I can open this, just come around this side, and open this side as well. Sorry, just need 2 hands to do this. And I open it from the other side just because I find it a bit easier. And I can lift the whole roof. Sorry, again I need 2 hands. So, there we go. The whole roof lifts up. And I have a piece of timber that I put in there to hold it up. And inside, one of the girls has come to say hello. Just got a roost for them, a bunch of hay. And here are some nesting boxes. I'll go around the other side so you can see them. Got 2 of them over there. They're just made again from recycled timber. Those are old fence posts and a little bit of framing pine which I did buy new. The girls love them. I've always been told not to build them with flat roof because they'll roost on them, but to be honest they haven't. They quite like this post that I've got here. Sorry, this is the really friendly one. She's quite tame. They all seem to roost on this post here. That's basically our chicken tractor. It is very heavy. Takes 2 of us to move it, and we do it by using moving trolleys. We put one moving trolley under each end, lift it a little bit and just walk it across the yard to where we want it. The girls, we just leave the hens inside when we're moving it, and they quite happily, sorry I've got an escapee here, they quite happily just walk with it as we move it. Also I didn't show you, but it's quite obvious there's just a ramp there for them to walk up to get inside. So that is our chicken tractor. You can see there the roof's up at the moment, and the covered area and the outdoor area for them. We move it every couple of days if we can. Anyhow, I hope that's of interest to you. Shows you a little bit of how we did it. I would suggest, they are still sorting themselves out over there, I would suggest if you're going to do it, perhaps make it a little bit lighter, because this is really quite heavy and it is quite an effort to move it.